It is the fastest growing international crime network that the world has ever seen. It has already passed the illegal arms trade, and soon it's going to pass the drug trade. Over 2 million children a year are being sucked into the deepest recesses of hell.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
CNN and Politico contributing reporter Hattis Gold tweeted pictures of migrant children in cages, claiming it was the first pictures of migrant children under the Trump administration. It sparked outrage throughout the nation and the internet. It even sparked Hollywood elites like Jane Fonda's brother, actor Peter Fonda, to call for 90 million people to take to the streets. He also called for people to rip Barron Trump from his mother, First Lady Melania Trump's, arms and to put him in a cage with pedophiles. Another tweeted to do the same to Donald Trump Jr.'s children. Even the mainstream media jumped on board.
House Democrats pushing for answers on new reports about Donald Trump's migrant facility.
Battle over the Trump administration's zero-tolerance policy on immigration is intensifying, with lawmakers in both parties condemning it as cruel and inhumane.
Yes or no, are we still putting children in cages?
However, it was all a lie. The CNN and Politico reporter had used images from the Obama administration and attempted to pass them off as being from the Trump administration. When she was exposed by a Twitter user, she decided to come clean.
They built cages. You know, they used to say, I built the cages. And then they had a picture in a certain newspaper. And it was a picture of these horrible cages. And they said, look at these cages. President Trump built them. And then it was determined they were built in 2014. That was him.
Today, a whistleblower tells a House Judiciary Subcommittee that the U.S. government has become the middleman in an illegal alien child trafficking operation. Under Democrats, the United States government has been reduced to pimps, delivering innocent children into forced labor or worse.
Mr. Chairman, I would ask to insert into the record 2 New York Times articles, one titled as Migrant Children Were Put to Work, United States Ignored Warnings. Second, alone and exploited migrant children worked brutal jobs across the United States. Data obtained by the Times showed that over the last 2 years, the agency could not reach more than 85,000 children. Overall, the agency lost immediate contact with a third of migrant children. Not as cute as kids in cages, is it? That my colleagues on the other side of the aisle like to try to exploit, to be those who are the truly compassionate ones you see. Those who will look out and preach that they are the ones who care for brown people. They are the ones who care for people who are migrants.
So 350,000 unaccompanied children in the last 2 years have come into our country, and Joe Biden's administration doesn't know where 85,000 of those kids are.
The New York Times is reporting the Biden administration's repeatedly ignored or missed warnings about a surge of migrant children as young as 12 working in factories across the United States. The Times reports, quote, at least 5 Health and Human Services staff members filed complaints and said they were pushed out after raising concerns about child safety, unquote. One of the HHS staffers told the New York Times, quote, I feel like short of protesting in the streets, I did everything I could to warn them. They just didn't want to hear it, she said. In February, the Times published a blockbuster report about child labor based on accounts by over 100 unaccompanied migrant children, mostly from Central America, who described grueling and often dangerous working conditions, including having to use heavy machinery, being subjected to long hours and late-night shifts at facilities that manufacture products from major brands and retailers like Hearthside Food Solutions, the makers of Cheerios, Fruit of the Loom, Whole Foods, Target, Walmart, J.Crew, Frito-Lay, and Ben & Jerry's. Others were forced to work as cleaning staff at hotels, at slaughterhouses, construction sites, car factories owned by General Motors and Ford, in serious violation of child labor laws.
Any responsibility for the indentured servitude and exploitation of children that is happening on your watch. A moment ago, you were crowing about the fact that you treated children so well, and yet we find tens of thousands of children who are forced to work as slaves because of your policies, and you turn around and blame a prior administration. Mr. Secretary, this is par for the course for you. You do it every time you appear before this committee. You do it every time you appear before Congress. I, for one, am sick and tired of it, and thousands of children are in physical danger because of what you are doing. You should have resigned long ago. And if you cannot change course, you should be removed from office. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.